Hello and welcome to this special edition of Wcstv. I'm Chloe Rush in September's Attendance Awareness Month. We have Jeffrey Martin here to answer some questions about attendance in Warren County Schools. Welcome, Mr. Martin.
Thank you.
Please tell us your title and what you do in your position within the Warren County School System.
My title is the Director of Attendance for Warren County Schools. And one of the things I do major is to ensure that all school-age kids attend school. Also within my department, and I deal with homeschool as well as homebound and so forth.
Why is it important for students to be at school as much as possible?
Because it's so important. If they're not in school like they should be, it affects their academic achievement. Well, when we look at third graders, for example, if they have poor attendance, they're less likely to be reading at grade level if they start out pre-K as well as kindergarten. We also can look at sixth graders more likely to drop out of high school if their attendance is poor, as well as ninth graders.
What is the difference between an excused absence and an unexcused absence?
An excused absence is an absence that has proper or verified documentation turned in, like a parent note or a doctor's note or so forth. Unexcused is when nothing has been turned in after 3 days. The student comes to school and they're back after being out, and they have 3 days to turn a note in. If they don't turn it in, that absence remains unexcused.
How can students prove that an absence was excused?
They can prove by going to the attendance clerks, because all the attendance clerks in the schools get those notes, and that's where they can improve. But it's got to be a verified documentation from, like I said before, a doctor's note or a parent note.
How many days are students allowed to miss, both excused and unexcused?
Excused, there's unlimited number of days as long as a note is turned in, but then you start dealing with chronic absenteeism, which we'll talk about in a little bit. The unexcused side of it, when they miss 5 days unexcused, they are considered truant by the state of Tennessee.
Tell us about chronic absenteeism and what the system is doing to help avoid it.
Chronic absenteeism is when a student misses 10% of the school year. It could be between 16 and 18 days, and those days could be excused or unexcused, a total. What we're doing as a district in the school system is I run a list of all those students that were chronically absent the previous year. And what we do, we get those to the principals of each school, and the principals have a powwow or a meeting with those students when the year begins, the following, the new year, to talk about their attendance, to try to improve it.
What happens if students go over their allotted unexcused absences?
This year, with the new attendance law, we call it progressive truancy intervention. We're starting with 3 unexcused absences. That triggers the 3 tiers. Is where the principals will have a conference with the student or the parent. There will be an attendance contract signed. And then if they are put on a contract, so many days, and then if they violate that, miss another unexcused absence, that's tier 2, we get the counselors involved, and then it goes on down to 5. Then that's where we're looking at truancy board. So what we're trying to do is to try to, at the school level, to try to handle that problem, to try to address barriers. There might be a barrier that this student might be going through that's causing them not to attend school. We want to try to figure out at the school level before we go to the court. And that's where we start getting into money, the community service and stuff like that. We don't want to do that, but we have to do what we have to do.
Tell us about attendance on abbreviated days.
Abbreviated day is just like a standard day, but it's just abbreviated. Attendance is taken on those days. You have to be at school at least half the time to be considered present. So attendance is taken on those days, and it's important that students be at school on abbreviated days.
At what point during the school year, like towards the end, does it matter if we come to school?
Yes, it matters every day that you come to school, but attendance is taken every day. We'll make that point clear. Even the last day of school, they take attendance. So it's important that every student be here. A lot of students, for example, maybe have days that they can miss and they have notes they can turn in. I've seen that happen, but we want students to be at school.
Why is September National Attendance Awareness Month?
Because research shows that the month of September, if a student misses between 2 to 4 days, they're more likely to miss a month of school. So that's the reason why the focus is on September.
Is there anything else you would like students and parents to know about the importance of school attendance?
I believe that every absent matters at every grade level. That means excused or unexcused, they all matter. Every day missed is a day of instruction missed, a day of classroom interaction with students and teachers that cannot be recovered. That's what I would like to mention.
Thank you, Mr. Martin, for all of the great information you have given us today about the importance of school attendance.
It was my pleasure.
And if you have any more questions, you can contact your child's school or the Warren County School Central Office at 668-4022. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.